No, sure. All right.
Good.
All right. All right. Cool. If you guys are looking at this, I mean, we'll send this to you. It's somewhere. It's in one of our channels. I don't know exactly where right now.
It's under
But
study charts. Yeah.
study charts. Okay. Um, I think these are pretty self-explanatory. If you guys don't understand any of this, I mean, please, ask right now. These are pretty. Yeah, these seem pretty self-explanatory. I mean, the whole idea behind them, like, you don't have to know all these names. Trust me, like, you got, like, you don't have to know what bullish kicker is. I mean, no, we don't talk like this. No one says this really.
Golfing
Um,
around and yeah.
I'm never, I'm never gonna say to you, "Oh, we have a bearish kicker." On the 5 minute. No one's ever gonna say that shit to you. But what is important is to understand what all these mean. So for example, I'll just call that a gap up, right? Whatever the bullish kicker is, right? Um, it just means that the price is gapped up for a reason. This is most likely because of news or something else. Bullish engulfing just means that buyers are in control. I mean, I think I explained this to you guys the other day that the buyers were able to maintain control at lower and higher prices, completely overtaking the sellers, which is a bullish sign. Bearish engulfing is the opposite. Um, and just remember, always patterns work better and they're more accurate on larger time frames. So please don't look at a 1 minute chart and tell me you guys see a bullish engulfing candle and didn't turn red after because it's never going to work. 3 minute is a minimum I would use. I like 5 minutes for efficiency and accuracy.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, please don't use 1 minute charts to find candlestick patterns. It just doesn't work. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, if any of these you guys don't understand, or if you guys want to find examples of these, we can do that. But I don't really think those patterns are too hard to understand. Um, and these are also reversal patterns. I mean, again, pretty self-explanatory. I mean, that literally tells you where your stop entry target should be. Um, it's just a matter of finding examples on these. So, yeah, like if you guys want to look at the chart and find an example, we can.
Yeah, this one is good. I think this is going to be a good play this week, right here. This week to play this, you play this about 42. The break of this level.
Break this level. Let's see.
All-time highs. Yeah.
Daily chart.
On the daily.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
It is.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, if you guys are also watching, like, pay attention to candles that stick out to you. So, for example, the one candle that sticks out a lot to me is this one right here. It is a red candle, but we have a very long wick at the bottom. So you can easily start. You can do two things. You can start your trend line there. That can be like your level to pass, right? All-time highs. And then you can also draw a line right here, just as your support line. So that line, that can be a support line, right? And you guys can also draw a line right here under the body of the candle. That can end up being a better line. And once you guys zoom into the smaller time frames, you'll see like a lot of the candles is bouncing off that line a lot. So that's a quick thing you can do. Look at the lower wick of the candle and the body of the candle, right? I like to use the body sometimes because this lower wick right here shows that there's a huge price rejection, which caused a huge reversal in the price. Sometimes you guys will see a stock dip below support level and then immediately shoot back up. That happens all the time. So you guys can use divergence to kind of figure out if that'll happen. If you guys have good levels set, you guys shouldn't get caught. And this can also prevent you from getting stopped out because most traders have their stop level at the body of that candle, maybe based on other price actions, maybe based off that resistance right there. So now this happened right here. Whoever didn't get stopped out was actually rewarded greatly and could have made a nice 10 grand on that move up there. So just pay attention to whenever you see reversals, right? Because next time we do test this level, if we ever do come back down to here, this is going to be a huge level, right? And most traders are going to be playing puts below this level, but because we know better, we're going to wait until here before we get into any short positions. And then our next target can be picked by using the super long wick right here on that doji down here, and then we can look at filling that gap as well. So, but yeah, looking for this is very. I think this is a very good play. I like this a lot.
What company is this?
Peloton. That was apps. It's a
Turbine company.
yeah, digital turbine.
Peloton. Really good.
Peloton.
Above 110, you play this shit.
All right, this is very strong. You guys see always first of all, we have all green candles here, right? It's price strength. That candle didn't do much, right? One red candle got pushed right back up, right? So, also TTM showing momentum is increasing. So even that red candle didn't really do much to the momentum. It was still increasing to the upside, right? That's a very good sign. That shows price strength, right? This gap should be filled very soon, maybe the next week or so, next couple days. Just looking at this, we got to pass that middle trend line just because that's where the highest candle was, right? But TTM was going green. Market is going to cross right here, right? This is a 100% play. All we need now is some volume, and that's it. This is a play I would get into early. If you guys want to swing something, guys, look at things like this, right? The chances that this price falls right now are very slim. And even if it does, if you guys get in early, you guys can catch a reversal pretty easily because you can set your stop loss below this candle or even slightly below, right? So you guys would like literally mouse over this red candle, find out the low, right? And then based on that, you guys can, just figure out where you want to set your stop loss. Some traders might want to set it down here. Other traders might want to set it all the way up here. It's up to you and your risk management. But we are looking at a reversal in progress, guys. So, if you go in smaller time frames, like the 30-minute or 15-minute, whichever one, right, and zoom back into the price action, we're going to get different values in our indicators, right? So in reality, we might come back down a little bit and then go back to the upside. But this looks very bullish right now.
I'm playing the break of 110. I'm getting
So
120s.
break of 110.
Yeah, below 17,
yeah,
short
it's all about your key levels. Yeah. Just because your indicators are telling you stuff, guys, indicators don't matter because your levels that you chart, the first thing I told you guys at the beginning of class was that you need to have good levels set. This green line, we've been watching 110 for 2 or 3 months now. It's been a super important line. I do guarantee you, once Peloton breaks 110, you're going to start seeing it run a lot. So again, when this stock runs 6-7% in one day and you wonder why, we're showing you guys right now in action, right? If you guys look on TTM, MACD is going to cross to the downside and we're going to have a bit of pullback. So, this pullback could be as simple as just heading back down to these EMAs right here. Like we could test 107. We could even test down here. Given that the larger time frame is showing us to go long, I might even get in this trade blindly. If we come down to this 104 level, I might just buy calls blindly, right? And just ride it up way past 110.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is what you want to get in lower, buy low and sell high, guys. If it breaks out tomorrow, it's not going to be as strong of a breakout as if it comes back down and tests even down here or even down here again. I would say bouncing off anywhere in here is going to be perfect. And anything down here is a gift. Like if you guys get it down here, it's a perfect gift to just go long on Peloton. But the chances of this breaks down 104 right now, or even 101, I would say is almost 0%.
See these wicks?
Yeah.
Crazy demand right here.
Projection, right? Buyers are not. Yeah, this is not gonna go.
Yeah, 107 is the line.
Yeah, we're good. So you guys are gonna see this in action. I'd be very surprised if Peloton can break down 104 unless we have a huge sell-off in the market. So, looks very good. What other stocks do you guys want to look at? I know a lot of you guys put a list up earlier, but we lost it in the new class.
What looks good? This right here.
Lemonade.
Lemonade
Yeah,
looks...
so we actually had you guys see it? The shooting star candle, but it actually ended up turning into a 3-bar play, right? So if I'd seen this candle, I actually would have went short with a stop loss of here or here. This candle completely trumped it, so we actually could be heading back up. So yeah, look at the last price injection, which is up here, up there. So you guys pick your targets, right?
Yeah.
As far as reversal goes, this isn't as strong for 2 reasons. First of all, our MACD has been bright green the whole time. It's come back down. This is going to lose momentum pretty quickly. I think it's being overbought just out of hype. Maybe they have earnings or other news coming up, but this is not as strong as Peloton. But it's still a pretty good setup. But Peloton is still our best setup so far, based on everything I showed you guys.
Yeah, you can play like the pullback on this. Play like $5 to $10 move if it rejects.
Exactly. Yeah.
Play back bounce to the trend right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so whatever you guys want to see, is this price going to break out right now, or is it going to be back in the trend line? It might get slapped right back down to the bottom of the trend line. Who knows? They want to see. You look at Nvidia, and we'll look at PLTR.
Nvidia is so good right now.
Also, guys, you guys all know the concept of bull flag and bear flag, but you can definitely use divergence to figure out if your bear flag is going to dump or it's going to pump again, right? Because every bear flag does eventually have to reverse and turn into upward momentum, right? So you guys can use divergence to kind of map out if your bear flag is due for another dump. If you don't see much divergence, then it's probably going to dump again. But, it is going to have to stabilize at some point. Looking at Nvidia here, we have, let's look at the RSI. Yeah, not much is going on. On the daily, things look kind of flat. TTM, slightly red right there. But as far as the patterns go and levels wise, it looks ready to break out.
Yeah, about 535. We chilling.
Yeah, it's a great line. It's a good line to watch.
You can play this to 540s and 545s.
Yeah, once that breaks out there, we'll be looking at.
Yo, quick question: if you drew a line from the 589, but prior to it breaking out, yeah, not up there, like down there, and you see how it broke out, and then is that a false breakup? Like how do you tell?
Yeah, it's false breakout.
Yeah, how would you know to like get out there?
Anyone who entered, well, let me see. You couldn't really get out of that trade. I mean, you gapped up here. You have known to get out of this trade because you hit all-time highs. So if you guys check out the all-time highs here, you see how the MACD is completely out of sync right here. See that? Like that's a huge discrepancy right there. All right. Even look at your signal line. Like ignore the histogram for a second. You guys see how this entire trend is crossing down, right? But your price is up here. That's a discrepancy right there. It doesn't make any sense. So it doesn't make sense to hit all-time highs, right? Because this, and the reason why the MACD was so low right here is that happened too quickly, right?
Yeah.
Those gap ups happened way too quickly. I think that was around election time probably. That happened way too quickly. So that was pretty obvious. I mean, again, it's all hindsight, but if you reach all-time highs and your MACD hasn't caught up, like you see how we're bright green over here and we're like barely in the red right here. It hasn't really caught up, right? And your entire signal line is still in the downtrend, right? That's how you know not to get in that trade, right? This one's a little more tricky, but that's definitely a false breakout.
Yeah, on the put side, you can play this below 521.
521. Yeah, I agree with that. And 518. You know, might get a bounce here. Who knows?
I'll post my level after. Oh, no.
Yeah. All right, let's look at PLTR. Look at Zoom, Spotify for stuff. All right, PLTR. Check out the hourly on that early. Yeah. So it's due for a pullback. I mean, Divergence pretty easy on that one as well, right? So you guys missed this candle. I mean, like this is due for a reversal. Again, Divergence pretty obvious right there, right?
Yeah.
MACD crossed here. That might have been a bit late. Yeah, it's too late. But Divergence was there. We're also in overbought territory for the longest time. It's hard to say. It's hard to say with these kind of stocks because Neo's also done the same thing. But yeah, we gotta let this settle. This is a bit of a bear flag, and it's more valid because it's actually going up right now, which means we could be in for another dump. But if we do find support on this level, then we should be green again. But I think this might actually dump a little bit more. So this would be one of those stocks where I want to play the bounce, right? So hopefully in the morning we can actually dump down to this 25 level, and I can probably try and play something based off that candle. I might want to get in there. I don't think I'm going to get a gift like that in the morning, but you know, if we do bounce around here, I might go long, take profits here. The first price rejection from Wednesday, and you know, I'll take profits up here. Break above this, I'll wait until 34, take it to 35. I'll draw fib lines to find more targets. That's all. So I got Spotify. I think we're gonna have some divergence in Spotify just because Spotify has been running up so much. And then we'll look at Archite. All right. Spotify. Actually looks pretty good right now. Healthy price action, you know. It's going up, consolidating. Let's see. It's 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we actually might get some divergence here. So if we look, if you want to zoom in, you can do levels first. Actually, that's fine. My bad. Yeah, there. That's a good level. These two down here.
That's too high. Just a good level.
Cool. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Good stuff. Yeah. Let's zoom in here for a bit. I want to see something. So you guys see how we have double top right here, right? I haven't even looked at it really, but you guys see how we are. Like here, see here MACD right here. We're kind of lower. We're not really. The signal line's moving lower to the 0 line. But it's not really as clear of divergence. But you know, we could see some pullback right here. This growth at the end, you know, I expect it to fully dump right back down to this little price channel. I think we need to test this level a bit more times. I think this is unwarranted. So the chance that we break out above 278 is very, very slim unless it gets some news. It's a nice little lesson in price action, right? You guys see this MACD is about to cross here on the 15-minute, right? If you guys check the 5-minute, this TTM is going to start turning blue, or maybe it's in the red already. Yeah, we're going to start seeing a bit of blue right here. MACD is crossing right here. So I fully expect us to come right back down, right? So this right here is a false breakout. So amateur traders right now are saying we're going to play Spotify above 280, right? But what we're going to do, we're going to wait for it to come back down. I want to see Spotify back in this range because this run was FOMO, right? You don't want to get caught in that. So we'll see how it behaves tomorrow. I mean, you guys can write this down. You know, let's see how good our strategy is, right? I mean, this has been working for me for a very long time. So this is how you just avoid getting caught trying to play stocks above levels. You know, it's not as simple as just seeing a stock pass a number and then all of a sudden you guys get in the trade. Then it dumps for no reason. You wonder why. Well, this is why, right? Price needs to follow the indicators and vice versa. And the RSI is not showing too much here.
It's going down.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, not much of a trend just yet. I'll find some more stuff on Spotify though. All right. Archite took a rocket. All right, bigger time frame. Took a daily.
Real quick, by the way, are we in the charting session now, or are we still in
No,
class?
we're kind of still in class.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going over some stocks you guys want to look at. I can do the entries and exit stuff a bit later. It's just the divergence is a lot to process, so I'm kind of showing you guys examples along the way, if that makes sense. All right, so we want the Archite to bounce off a trend line. Our stop loss is going to be anything below 19.7, right? I'm not going to wait for down here just because that's way too far of a stop loss if we're trading weeklies and a couple weeks out. So I do want to see some price rejection down here, and hopefully we can start seeing it go back to the upside. It is consolidating, and this was pretty steep. There's no divergence here at all. The price is going down. MACD is pretty much flat. Not much has changed. TTM is also flat. So we'll see what happens. Check the hourly for a second. Yeah, it looks you guys see that triangle right there? Looks ready to go. Let's reject this level down here. We got rejected down here and down here, but that's the true line to watch, right? If you draw a horizontal line here, I think that should also coincide with. Oh no, not really. Let's see. Those books right there. Yeah, it's more important line. All right, never mind. Let's see. There's not much divergence going on. Downtrend in the price and uptrend in the MACD. Is that what you're saying? Downtrend in the price and MACD, uptrend. Where are you seeing that? Oh, you're talking about right here? That downtrend right there? Yeah, but then we had a little pop right here, right? That could have accounted for it. I'm not sure. It's the MACD isn't still really an uptrend. We're kind of we have two different price channels going right now. But I see what you're saying. I'm more looking at this little wedge right here for us to break out to the upside. And once it does break out, we have to clear this level. So, yeah. Post to the chat. Full on bullish divergence leading up to the pump. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, so we're going to catch the next one. I'm looking for this MACD to cross right here on the hourly. Right here, that's my goal. Once it does cross, that gives us more confirmation that we're not going to break down the support level of 20 down here. So that's what I am looking at. It is losing weakness in the selling volume. Snow is earnings, so I'm not going to look at Snow for the charts. It's an IPO, hasn't had earnings before. Charts aren't going to tell us anything. I think it is above the IPO price. If you want to check it real quick.
When is Snow earnings?
I have no idea. Soon though. I want to say this week. 121.
12
Really? January? So
Nah.
they bought up so much.
Nah, it's in December 12th. December 2nd. The earnings.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, because I know the contracts were jacked up for next week. For this Friday. All right, that's fine. All right, let's look at FUBO. FUBO. I guess we're just charting now. Unless you guys have any other questions. FUBO.
I'm gonna take all of these. I don't use none of these.
Yeah, let's get the RSI on. That's all I care about. All right. So divergence, we don't really have any. Right. RSI is recording lower values, so we're good there. Double bottoms here. Same deal. This is actually kind of bullish, but so that's bullish divergence right here, guys. We have a double bottom, hidden bullish divergence, right? We have lower lows in our RSI, but the price stayed flat right here, and therefore we ran, right? So that one's pretty good. That was pretty obvious. Guys, look at these spikes right here. We have
Craig, quick
lower
question
price
for the
action right
double
here.
bottom.
Hold up a second. Hold up a second. You guys see? You know how I told you guys to look at the overbought levels first to find divergence. Look at the spikes right there and right there. If you guys look right there, up here, go inside, dumped right there. You guys could have caught that. I know it's hourly candles, so that's not as easy to see. But if you guys are on smaller time frames, you could have caught a lot of that drop, right? That would be very nice right there. And what else? Yeah, you guys could have caught that. All right, what was your question?
The double bottom. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be a perfect like W. You could just have 2 points that make the bottom, like how it is over here.
Yeah, I'm looking like for the divergence. I'm not real. I'm more looking at just bouncing off the same line, roughly. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah, it can be something like that. But like, I want to see the two bottoms. Like, I want to see them either a flat double bottom, or I want to see like one of the spikes considerably lower or higher to find regular or hidden divergence, right? But yeah, double bottoms with like if you have double bottoms and double tops with a discrepancy in the indicators, then you guys can pick the direction based on what kind of divergence it is. I'll show you more examples of that as time goes on. This is not something you can learn in one session. So, all right. But yeah, long term, just still bullish. I mean, we are in an uptrend in the stock. You know, there were times where it got a little too overbought. This is the real price channel you guys want to watch. It's kind of messy, but that's the real price channel. Anything above that should come right back down into it, just historically, right? You know, these two tops right here, this is like two higher highs, right? And the indicators are showing lower lows here, right? So that's divergence right there, right? Again, you guys might not catch like this first candle, but you get a piece of it, right? You can definitely get a piece of that candle because no matter where you enter, if you enter somewhere along that candle, you would have gotten out of the trade once you hit that level because you guys would have had those levels charted from before. Again, you guys need to have your levels set for this to work. If you guys don't have good levels, you guys can't chart, don't trade divergence. It's not going to work out for you. All right.
Thank you, because I've been confused about that.
Yeah, no problem. All right.
Because it kind of seems subjective. How do you know what's a good line per se?
Your good lines are going to be as long as the amount of time that a stock tests that level, right? So, for example, this line over here, this 24.45 line, is an excellent line, right? Because we bounce off here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, right? If you guys look right here, we dip below it, it aggressively bounced back up, right? So it tells us that anywhere in this little box right here is going to be a huge area for demand of the stock. So if this stock even comes back down to here, I can start grabbing calls as we enter down here, because the chance that we fall down to here and then keep falling through is much less likely than us bouncing right back up. And that's just based off the historic price action that I've seen here, right? So, again, this is all FOMO right here and earnings or whatever it was, but this is healthy price action. So we're in a price channel right now, and we should see healthy pullback no further than down here, but ideally right here. So we're just looking at the candles and honestly where we see the bounces happen, right? That's all we're doing here. Nothing too fancy. All right. As far as levels go, this looks pretty good.
Looks
Gap.
good.
Yeah, it's gonna reverse. Yeah, bear
This looks
flag,
good.
dump. Bear flag, dump. Right. So now we have a bear flag. We dumped here. We dumped again here. We have a double bottom, right? So what you guys can look at, guys, look at your indicators, right? So over here and over here, right? We were oversold here, right? But we weren't oversold here, right? So that's pretty good news because now we're reaching that. We have higher lows over here and a double bottom. So that's actually a pretty good sign. We might have some more upside coming potentially.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big gap to fill.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time. Jesus Christ.
If you're playing this by weeks out, because the stock moves slowly.
Pretty slowly. Yeah. All right, cool. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. And
Man, everybody and their grandma wants Rocket.
Yeah, we already did Rocket. Oh, we didn't do Zoom. All right, let's check out Zoom. That's a very
Damn it,
interesting
Neo
one.
looks good. Dude, I haven't even charted Neo. These old levels.
Damn. The L stuck. That's crazy. Yeah, you know you have good lines when you chart levels like weeks past and you see stocks still bouncing off that same line. All right, Zoom. What's Zoom doing? All right, Zoom's here trying to fill this gap, right? Spending a lot of time in this overbought territory. This might be ignored just because we have that earnings catalyst and Zoom went crazy last time. But it is running out of juice. So yeah, I think this is going to dump actually. It could go to 445 potentially. Maybe down to that line's actually more likely. Wherever that is, that's probably like 457, 454. Yeah, whatever that line is. Damn, I eyeballed that. Damn. But yeah, I do think Zoom will be filling its gap. I don't know if it can fill its gap before earnings. It took too long. That vaccine news really took a big hit. But we'll see if we can fill that gap. As far as Divergence, I want to see how the next spike in RSI behaves before I decide to get in a trade on Zoom. I'm done trading Zoom for now. I'll play it after the report comes out. I personally think Zoom's going to trade flat after earnings. I don't know what to expect. They won't be revenue, I think, but there's a very high expectation set for them. All right. Where's bull flag? It's a little overextended, just a little bit. It's going a little bit parabolic. I don't like it, but again, it's Zoom, so I'm not sure what to expect. RSI is off the charts though. It's like the highest it's been for weeks, right? If you guys are looking, so if this dumps it open, don't be surprised. If this hits 445, that is a gift. But the premiums are going to be jacked up, right? So if you guys can't afford it, please don't blow your accounts trying to buy Zoom contracts. These premiums are expensive as shit right now. Like I would even say buy 600s sometimes. Like that's how crazy this is going to be. I'd stay away from Zoom.
I say we're going to retrace. The TM is at the same level as previous levels before and went darker blue.
It dumps. Yeah, this should dump in the morning a little bit. And then start to really pick up as we get closer to earnings. They report tomorrow after close, so I don't know what to expect. I think it's just going to be very crazy or very flat. No in between. All right, cool. Well, that's all for tonight. I hope you guys learned something. I'll share more examples in the chat for Divergence, but I'll see you guys pre-market. I have some research to do. So, yeah. Good night, guys.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll be posting some levels on watch list channel if you guys want some. Just
Please.
shoot in the chat. See you guys.